The bizarre mystery of the dancing plague of 1518. Picture this. It's a sunny day in the bustling town of Strasbourg, nestled in the Holy Roman Empire. The year is 1518, and life is hard but predictable. The sun is shining, birds chirp in the distance. Then, out of nowhere, a woman named Frau Trophäa steps into the street and begins to dance. Not just a little jig or a celebratory shuffle. This woman is full-on, no-holds-barred dancing. Soon, others join her, dozens at first and then hundreds. By the end of the summer, about 400 people are dancing uncontrollably in the streets, with no music and no apparent joy. They twist, twirl, and flail until they collapse from exhaustion, some even dancing themselves to death. Yes, this is a real historical event, and to this day, no one knows for sure what caused it. Welcome to Brain Waffles, and today we're looking at the bizarre and baffling story of the dancing plague of 1518. The trouble started in July 1518 when Frau Trophäa, the now infamous first dancer, hit the cobblestones. She danced for 6 straight days, taking short breaks only when her body physically couldn't keep going. And as if she were leading some kind of morbid flash mob, more people joined in. Men, women, and even children found themselves caught up in the compulsion, dancing relentlessly for hours, days, and weeks. Now let's be clear, this wasn't a medieval party or a Monty Python sketch. The dancers weren't smiling or having fun. Contemporary accounts describe them as being in pain, some crying out for help as their feet bled and their bodies gave out. And yet, they couldn't stop. The scene quickly turned from bizarre to terrifying. As the dancing epidemic spread, the town's leaders decided they had to do something. And in classic 16th century fashion, their solution was both hilariously misguided and tragically ineffective. Believing that the dancers needed to dance it out, yes, really, they set up a massive stage and hired musicians to keep the beat. They even brought in professional dancers to keep things orderly, because apparently, what a crowd of compulsive, involuntary dancers needs is more choreography. Predictably, this strategy backfired. Instead of helping, it intensified the problem. The dancers just kept going, their numbers swelling, while onlookers watched in horror. It's as if they'd stumbled into history's worst music festival, where the tickets were free, but the consequences were fatal. The question that has haunted historians for centuries is, why? What on earth could make hundreds of people dance themselves to death? Over the years, several theories have been proposed, ranging from the plausible to the downright strange. One popular explanation is ergot poisoning. Ergot is a type of mold that grows on damp rye bread, and it contains chemicals similar to LSD. In theory, eating ergot-contaminated bread could cause hallucinations and bizarre behavior, like uncontrollable dancing. Sounds reasonable, right? Except there's a catch. Ergot poisoning also causes violent convulsions and gangrene, not exactly conducive to rhythmic dancing. Plus, it's hard to imagine an entire town suddenly eating bad bread at the same time. So, while the ergot theory is fun to think about, it doesn't hold up under scrutiny. Another theory is mass hysteria, or what psychologists now call a mass psychogenic illness. This is when a group of people, often under extreme stress, start exhibiting the same bizarre behaviors. And let's be honest, life in 1518 was pretty stressful. Famine, disease, poverty. If anyone deserved to have a nervous breakdown, it was the people of Strasbourg. The idea is that the dancing plague was a collective response to unbearable anxiety, like a medieval version of stress eating, but with way more cardio. Then there's the religious angle. In the 16th century, many believed in Saint Vitus, the patron saint of dancers. It was thought that Saint Vitus could curse people, causing them to dance uncontrollably as a form of punishment or penance. Some believed the dancers were convinced they had been cursed, and the only way to stop the dancing was to appease the saint. It's like when you keep saying just one more episode at 3 a.m., except the binge is a lot less fun and potentially fatal. Despite all these theories, the truth remains elusive. After a few months, the dancing plague simply stopped. The dancers either recovered or tragically didn't survive, and as quickly as it had appeared, the bizarre phenomenon disappeared, leaving behind a mystery that continues to baffle historians, scientists, and psychologists. One thing we do know is that the dancing plague of 1518 wasn't an isolated event. Similar outbreaks were recorded in other parts of Europe, though none were as large or deadly as the one in Strasbourg. What is it about humans that makes us susceptible to such strange collective behaviors? Was it biology, psychology, or something we can't yet explain? So, there you have it, the Dancing Plague of 1518, a historical event so strange it sounds like the plot of a Monty Python skit. But it's real, and it's one of the many mysteries that remind us just how weird and unpredictable human history can be. If you enjoyed this dive into one of history's strangest events, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more bizarre tales from the past. And tell us in the comments, if you could solve any historical mystery, which one would it be? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.